Hey everybody, welcome back to the Third Age, where we are continuing to face the long dark of Moria. You like goblins? Well, you're in luck. We got more goblins than we know what to do with. Okay. Got that. And I know there was some, I think it was Barithor. Got some new loot. Oh, he has a fold, which, if you didn't know, and you could tell probably from the addition of the graphic there, is a skirt-like piece of armor that covers the thighs. This has been your armor information of the day. I know you were eagerly awaiting it. See, it looks like... yep, I can run up here onto the little drummer platform, but there's no point. You'd think there might be like a thing up there that I could have. Some sort of trophy of battle to amuse myself with, but no. I went through that whole long drum fight for just an average amount of loot. Yeah, this is one of the things, is that you noticed how that fight went, that you would eliminate the current batch of goblins, then more would come up from the chasm, and you'd have to... What is this? Oh. That's how I'm going to have to get out of here. I'm going to have to go down. Alright, let me just check around this area and make sure there's nothing. How you would eliminate batch of goblins A, and then batch of goblins B would come up from the chasm below, and you had to do something in between fighting some of the goblins in order to stop the constant stream of enemies from coming. There will be more fights like this later. Where it's like the fight in the round mechanic, the stream of enemies mechanic will be used again later. It'll get used more than the fight in the round. And there are some... Wait, what did that say? Where are we? Goblin Catwalk. If I even see a goblin fashion show start up here, we are done. No, we're done, ladies and gentlemen. We will have none of that. Moria gold, okay. We are rolling through the list of metals here. We've already had iron, steel, and now gold. It's not quite as strong in armor. We'll go for it. I thought it's pretty tough. But yeah. You'll see that again. That mechanic shows up more often. And there are certain fights in which it will become tooth-grindingly aggravating. Where you will... There's one particular series of fights later on in the game. I will probably make some montages of it, just to show you how frustrating it is, because you would not want to sit through real-time me enduring those fights, because they are, they're abominable. I'm not sure if it's good game design or not, because it is challenging, but most of the challenge is in fatigue. It's in the fact that, oh my, I've played this section before, and now I have to play it again. The difficult part, it's like saying, okay, we're going to have you solve this puzzle, but first you have to carefully dance through a room littered with caltrops in order to get to the puzzle. Well, the puzzle's hard, but what really makes it hard is that if you mess the puzzle up, you go all the way back to the door of the room and you have to dance through the caltrops again. That's the most aggravating and frustrating part of those sorts of long battles with the never-ending string of enemies, is that you have to start all over from the top again. And it's just, oh, you think to yourself, oh please, no, not that 45-minute slog of a battle again. That's the other reason why I plan to montage some of those long battles, is I don't think YouTube would let me. I know the video size for those would be way over time budget. There's no way I could fit them into one. And there's no good place to stop in the middle and break off commentary. So, yeah, some of the crazy big fights will probably be montages. Hey, Flames of Udoon! Who'da thunk it? Goblin thrust. Yeah, keep your thrusts to yourself, dude. I don't want to think about that. You know, we seem to be standing on something constructed poorly and precariously out of... Is that timber? It sure looks like timber. Which I would think would be in short supply underground. And, like, hides. Not only is this not the best piece of craftsmanship, I imagine that it's only designed to bear the weight of goblins, who appear to be significantly smaller and lighter than me. I am stunned that this nonsense is not collapsing under my weight. You know, especially, it's not just being walked across, it's being fought on. You are engaging in combat maneuvers. You really think somebody would fall through this thing and wreck it. Athod smash! Oh. Yeah, and I would think especially this little kind of hole in the hides, this patch that we keep dancing across, I wouldn't trust my weight to that. Thanks, camera. This is such a helpful angle. I can totally see where I am from here. Oh man. Alright. Treasure chest of stuff. So, in the same chest we have Drops of Valinor, a rare and potent healing thing. Troll pit mud, which is one of those things, I'm not sure if that violates my rule, because I'm not sure if that's mud from the pits of trolls or mud from pits that trolls live in. And drugs. Okay, that looks like it's a shield that she's standing on that was battered into this little rickety bridge walk fidingle. Eh, there's a troll. There's a big old troll. I think this one's number 4. Let's give him a cleaving wound, shall we? You know, I remember when I was, one of these little shaman twats. When the movies had only come out a few years ago, actually not long after I first played this game with Matt, another friend of mine and I, we had the opportunity to go and see, for a few years they had, and they may still have traveling about, an exhibit of the props from the Lord of the Rings movies that went to several museums around the world. And we had the opportunity to see it when it was in Indianapolis. We drove up and checked out that exhibit, and it was pretty neat. And one of the things they had there was they had a life-size model of the cave troll, and much like this one, he was wearing a little loincloth, which the cave troll doesn't seem to be smart enough for clothes. You know, there we go, cleaving wound. Haha. You know, they seem more bestial than human-like. They don't seem to ever display signs of intellect. The goblins seem to treat them almost like cattle, or at best some sort of war beast like an elephant. So you wonder, oh, Moria silver. In other words, mithril. I'll definitely want that. Put that on. Hey ho. Let's explore these little crannies here. So yeah, it always surprised me that the cave troll would bother covering his dangly bits, because why would he care? The only thing I can think of is that maybe it made the orcs more comfortable to be around him if his stuff was covered up. Maybe it made them feel inadequate. I'm pretty sure both of them have. I'll give it to I'll give it to Hathod here. We'll just take care of this equipment choice. There we are. And we will call it there for today, and I will see you next time for more of the Third Age, and hopefully we can get us another troll.